Grand Rapids, Michigan. Located 161 miles northwest of Detroit, it's situated along the Grand River, about 25 miles east of Lake Michigan. It's the cultural and economic hub of Western Michigan, as well as one of the fastest growing cities in the Midwest. It's home to 5 of the world's leading office furniture companies and is nicknamed Furniture City. It's also the childhood home of Michigan's only president, Gerald R. Ford. Davenport University, located in southern Grand Rapids, was opened in the 1800s by a man named Conrad Swensburg, a Union Army veteran returning from the Civil War to Michigan. And it was on the verge of closing down in the early 1900s, but a man by the name of Michael E. Davenport ended up keeping the school open, and 110 years later, it's still going strong. It has campuses all over Michigan, but its main campus is here in Grand Rapids. And I came here today to visit the only men's soccer team that's ever won a national championship in the state of Michigan. Let's check it out. And I just want to be clear about something. They're not the only soccer team from the state of Michigan to win a national title. Grand Valley State's women's team and Delta's women's team has also won national titles. And Michigan State's men's team has also split 2 national titles. But in terms of men and in terms of winning a national title outright, they're the only men's team to win a national championship outright in the entire state of Michigan. Off in the distance right here is the Panther soccer field. Off to the left right here is their campus. And the soccer stadium's just right here, kind of isolated by itself. They do share it with the lacrosse team. Coming up right here, guys, this is their little logo right here, the Panther. Their colors are black and red. I don't know if you guys can see the black, it's kind of faded out. There's a bigger Panther head in the middle right there. And the men's team has played here since 2005. That's when their program began. And they started off with a 13-5-2 record. And they actually began playing the 4th division of college soccer called the NAIA. And they began in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, the WHAC. They do share this with the lacrosse team, as you guys can see. There's the lacrosse net, and there's actually kind of a funny, like, I don't even know what this is. It's clearly a lacrosse player, like a monument. I don't know what it could be made out of. Maybe some junk or some scrap, because right over these fences right here is a junkyard. So who knows? Maybe they got it from there. I didn't see a soccer player one though, just a lacrosse player. Yeah, so these are the stands. The spectators come up. It's right here where the fans would have watched their team pull the double over city rival Aquinas back in 2010, winning their first WHAC regular season and conference tourney title. They would win that conference tourney title over Aquinas 1-0. And it would qualify them for their very first NAIA national tournament, where unfortunately they would lose to Notre Dame of Ohio in the first round. As you guys can see, here's the stands. They got some nice black seats up there. Let's go check those out. Oh, this place needs a little bit of a cleaning. Scoreboard, or not the scoreboard, the press box. There's some pictures right through the wall right there, maybe of some of the soccer team. Yeah, it looks like these are the VIP seats right here. They would repeat the same feat in 2013, going 19-3, winning the double again, including going on a NAIA nationwide best 15-game winning streak that year. Man, so they were on fire that year. Unfortunately, they would lose to Indiana Wesleyan 5-0. And actually, that was the same scoreline that they lost to Notre Dame by. So their first 2 times in the NAIA National Tournament were pretty disastrous, losing 5-0 in both of them. However, their next appearance in the NAIA tournament would be anything but disastrous. In fact, it would be historical. So 2014 would see them go 22-3-1 and claim the whole enchilada, the NAIA national title. They would start by winning the WHAC title over Northwestern Ohio, I'm sorry, 1-0. But unlike their last 2 tournament appearances, this time they would go all the way. So here's their logo right here. You guys can see it a lot better. A lot more definition. All the other ones are worn out on campus. Yeah, there you go. Here's a nice shot of the whole stand. I like the brick up there. That's really nice. The brick that kind of the press box sits on. Their first tournament win in program history came against Olivet Nazarene at their rival Aquinas' field. Aquinas is just on the north side of town here, so just a little bit down the road. The game would finish 0-0, but they would win their shootout 5-4. They would then travel to Delray Beach, Florida for the last 16, where they would pull off 4 wins in 5 days to claim their first national title. The round of 16 would see them win a 3-2 overtime affair over St. Andrews, North Carolina. Then in the last 8, they would smash Grandview of Iowa 4-0. Something that would send them to a semifinal matchup with Marymount of California. And then in the semifinals, they would pull off an impressive showing, winning 3-0 over Marymount of California, I'm sorry. And it would earn them their first ever national title appearance against undefeated Brownsville, Texas. Trailing 1-0 almost the entire match, a Dezanin Kacic penalty in the 70th minute would send the game into overtime, where a header by Chase Burgess off a corner kick sealed their first national title. It was also the first and only outright national title won by a men's pro soccer program on the college level in the entire state of Michigan. An incredible achievement for a team less than a decade old. Like I said, it's a very impressive accomplishment, especially coming from a small college like this that just kind of has like 4 or 5 buildings in the middle of nowhere. Their soccer team is less than a decade old. Actually, it's just a little bit more than a decade old, I'm sorry. When they won the national title, they were less than a decade old. They would go on to the quarterfinals in 2015 and the semis in 2016, completing an amazing 3-year run before departing for Division II of the NCAA and the Great Lakes Athletics Conference. Like I said, this is the new conference that they play in right now. The GLIAC, as it's called. They would have immediate success again by winning the GLIAC Conference Tournament over Saginaw Valley State at Northwood. We actually visited both those places, Saginaw Valley State and Northwood. They won that game 1-0. They also went 12-6-1 in their first season in Division II. They have not won any trophies since, but did make the NCAA Division II tournament in 2021 for the first time, bowing out to Lewis University 1-0 in the first round. Division II has proven to be a little bit tougher than NAIA was for them. Yeah, so the Davenport soccer field. Not bad. Like I said, I really like the brick on it. And I do like that it's kind of like at the end of campus, a little bit secluded. My only complaints really would be the field turf and the lacrosse lines. Looks like they share the field with the football team too. See, those are some old school football posts, man. You don't see too many of them like that. Those are like early 1900s type things, man. Come over here to the scoreboard. Yeah, I don't like that scoreboard very much. Usually when you go to one of these college campuses, the home team will at least say like the mascot, like the Panthers or Davenport, but no, it just says home and visitor. It's kind of lame. I'm not sure, but I think this might be the basketball arena. I know it said the student center. It kind of looks like a basketball arena though, doesn't it?